guess what I am trying to say through this video with no script is, if we put such effort in shaping and personalizing the experience we have through social media, the media experience we have, if we put such effort in imagining how the algorithms work, then maybe we can also try to shape the actual life we live. What's up you guys, Lenny here. Today I chose to pick up my camera in such a spontaneous way because I had this idea in mind, this concept I wanted to share with you, almost as a revelation which came to me in this season. Now this concept has to do with a class I followed back in college. It was about communication, sociology of communication, how the media communication, how it influences the society today's society. And in this class there was this concept. This concept was introduced to us, and it was called algorithmic imaginary. An imaginary built on how the algorithm works. An imaginary which shapes the way we act and interact with media and social media based upon the assumptions we make upon the functioning of the algorithm. Now we know no one knows how the algorithm works. People who create algorithms, they create an input. However, the algorithm develops itself. It develops alone. Therefore, all we can do as creators of content through media and social media, but also consumers of content through media and social media, all we can do is to assume how the algorithm works, and therefore act and interact based upon such assumption in order to personalize the experience we can have of the media world. We try to interact as much as we can with the type of content we want to consume. We avoid other type of content. We based upon such imaginary, such assumptions, we act. Therefore, the algorithm and the imaginary it creates ends up influences the way we act, but also the way we create the experience of the world, the way we experience the world, the way we create the world we experience. We are convinced that through the actions and interactions we have, we can shape the algorithm. We can almost direct it in the way we want. We can direct it in order to consume the content we want to consume. But at the same time, it's the algorithm who shapes us, who shapes the imaginary we have of how it works. And this imaginary almost dictates, let's say, influences or sometimes determines how we act. And this type of actions and interactions, at one point they go above and beyond the media world in order to enter the actual world, because the type of content we consume is what also influences the view we have of the world and the relationships we choose and the actions we take to create the experience of the world we want, how we want to experience the world. Now, I am sure experts shared multiple opinions and implications about this concept, but I find it interesting, I find it fascinating, because I feel like the algorithm imaginary is a concept which explains much more than the way we approach media. In fact, I think it's such a great metaphor for how manifestation works. Now, if you know about the law of attraction, Asterix, Abraham Hicks, and this concept, this idea of manifestation, you know, in order to manifest what you want, you need to align with the why. And the why is a vibration, frequencies of vibration based upon the emotions you want to experience. To attract what you want, you need to align with why you want it, therefore the emotions it can grant you. And the way to manifest what you want is to implement the emotions you'd like to experience in your current life, in the way you live life in the current moment. In order you, for instance, align with what gives you joy in the current moment, in the present, which is the one space-time realm we can access, through such vibration of joy, you can attract much more joy through much more experiences. Yet it all starts with the present and the presence through which you incorporate such emotion, through which you personify the emotion and therefore also the object, for instance, you'd like to attract. You need to almost transmute the object into the subject you are. You need to act upon the emotion you'd like to attract in order for it to manifest. Now, I'm sure this all sounds like esoteric, maybe an occult type of theory or theories. Maybe instead you are so familiar with the law of attraction, the manifestation concepts, that you do not need even explanations. But this is the point. At times, all of what we can rely upon to guide us is an imaginary. The imaginary of what we'd like to manifest into the life we live. And through such imaginary, we act. Upon such imaginary, we act. If we consider this 3D world as an algorithmic realm, then we can develop such imaginary, such algorithmic imaginary of how the world works. And based upon such assumptions, we act. Based upon the imagination we have, what we imagine we'd like to have, the way we'd like to live, the life we have, based upon such imagination or imaginary, we act. And we act in order to incorporate what we want in the current life. We take actions, we make decisions based upon the idea we'd like to manifest. I guess what I am trying to say through this video with no script is, if we put such effort in shaping and personalizing the experience we have through social media, the media experience we have, if we put such effort in imagining how the algorithms work, then maybe we can also try to shape the actual life we live. We can come to the realization we are, yes, creators, but we are also creators. We can create the life we live, and we can transmute an image, an imagination, an imaginary into an actual experience. And we do not need an actual algorithm. All we need is an algorithmic imaginary to rely upon in order to act in the direction we choose. The fact is, in this 3D world, algorithms, they do not control us. They are tools. Let them be tools, and let us use such tools in order to shape this realm, this reality, the way we want to experience it. May the media be a medium, a tool, a way, a mean to realize all of what we want to create, because we are the creators. We are the creators not just of the algorithms, but we are the creators of the imaginary through which such algorithms come through. We are the creators, and what we create is not just the content we consume. It's the contentment we can experience by transmuting a vision and imagination we have into an actual version of who we are and the life we live.